Today on the channel, worlds collide in Jack's Class Superstar Series 10 with early WWF Rocky Maivia and ECW legend Sabu.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Jack's Class Superstars unboxing and review. And today we're talking about Series 10, Sabu and Rocky Maivia. But remember, for all your wrestling figure needs and a whole lot more, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle to save yourself 10%. And of course, we've got two great ones from Classic Superstar Series 10. Two guys that couldn't be more different from each other in Rocky Maivia and Sabu. Sabu, one of the all-time legends of wrestling, brought so much to what we see now. He was doing a lot of it way back in the day. Really a guy ahead of his time. And man, the stuff he put his body through, you can feel his pain. But man, when you see his body, you can see his pain with all the scars and everything from the barbed wire. And of course, so many great matches over the years. So many awesome ECW matches. Japan. I remember when he went to WWF and WCW for a short time. I was all excited about that. Kind of flickered out. Kind of marches to the beat of his own drum, as we know. Born to be Wired, if you've never seen that great classic with my boy Terry Funk and Sabu, man, you're missing out. Check that one out. And then you got Rocky Maivia, an interesting start to his wrestling career. We all know where he went from there, but it's very cool in Classic Superstars to get him in his first looks of the WWF, the old blue chipper, if you will. We did get a Jakks BCA of this back in the day. Of course, Mattel has made this as well, but very cool to get this version of Rocky. Maybe one day we'll do a top 5 Rocky Maivia figures on the channel. I mean, there's probably about 5 figures. We could probably do that. We'll see if that happens. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's kick it off with old Sabu first here. ECW original, ECW icon. I absolutely loved it. I was so happy to get this figure. Didn't feel classic at the time, but to me, I didn't care. I was happy to get Sabus, and we know we got more Sabus in the regular Ruthless Aggression line. We also got a 3-pack with Cactus Jack and Terry Funk in the Classic Superstars line, so we got more Sabu content to come in this video series eventually. But very cool with the soft parachute pants, whatever you want to call them, the MC Hammer pants, soft goods here, which all of his other figures you got just painted on pants, so that was very cool to get the difference there. You do get his headdress with him, which always looks really good, the headdress. We did see that before as well. He does come with a WrestleMania ticket promotion as well in this. So there's a lot going on with this Sabu figure. Simple on the side though, just Sabu. Very cool headshot right there. He does come with a steel chair, ready to do the Arabian face buster at a moment's notice, of course. On the back, big image of Sabu. You got the glamour shot. You got the tail of the tape. You got the blurb. You got Dusty Rhodes saying hi to everybody up top. You got the cross-sell. You got the promotion to get your free figure. You got the cross-sell. I already said that, I guess. And you got UPCs and warnings down there. Very cool. Let's see what it says about our friend Sabu. Debuted 1985, 220 pounds, 6 feet tall. Finishing move, the old triple jump moonsault and the Arabian facebuster, as I said. Titles, ECW champion, ECW tag team champion. And Sabu, his uncle, of course, was the Sheik, who we later get in Classic Superstars. One of the really deep cuts and ones that I really do like. Can't wait to get to that one on the channel. But very mysterious character. He didn't talk. How cool was that? He just did not speak back in the day. And that was heard of back in the olden days, but the 90s, 2000s, you did not see that very often. And Sabu just, he let his ring work do the speaking for him, do the talking for him, or Paul Heyman from time to time. But I'm going to put that off to the side because I have Sabu unboxed right here already. I've had this for a long time. Absolutely do love this Sabu figure. One of my favorites in the Class Superstar. I mean, I have so many favorites. There's so many good figures in the Classics line, as we know. But this one was always good with the attention to detail. I love the parachute pants here. He does have just golden tights underneath because you have to have something under there. But they didn't give him the full-on tights or anything. It's just a very cool overlay. It looks good. White boots, of course. You got all that wrist tape going on and then the tape around the biceps, things like that Sabu is known for. I gotta think most people, if you're familiar enough with Sabu, you would know this is his head. Maybe some people could be confused if they're not really familiar with Sabu, but to me, looks like Sabu all day long. Fabulous look. And then the really cool attention to detail here is all the scars on his chest, right on his stomach. Very, very cool. Could have put a ton more, obviously, especially on his back, but that was cool. That was a cool thing about this figure at the time. Still cool all these years later. Really do like it. Of course, you get his white headdress. A little sticky over the years, we've seen, but a nice accessory. He would always wear that to the ring as well. It would have been nice to get some more details and kind of the braiding around there. A little extra color wouldn't have hurt anybody's feelings, but at the end of the day, a very cool Sabu figure, one that holds up all these years later. I would love an Elite Sabu. I don't think that's going to happen, but we do know Cella Toys is releasing a Sabu of their kind of version of the Elite line. I have got that pre-ordered. I cannot wait for that. I'm excited to get that in hand to see how that is, and I hope it does fit in with some of these Elites, because it would look great on an ECW shelf. So more to come on that one, and more to come right now as we journey over to the mid-90s, like 96 or so, whatever it was, with Rocky Maivia. Oh, the blue chipper. He's ready to go. He's here. He's ready to party, and he's got the Intercontinental title he brought with him. Could have got that vest overlay thing. I don't even know what you call that exactly. Streamers. He's just happy to be here. Got the big old happy smiley face on him. He's just happy to be alive. He's happy to be out of the CFL, I guess. I got Rocky Maivia over there. Glamour shot right there. And on the back of the package, we got the tail of the tape, the UPCs, the warnings, the cross sells, glamour shot, and of course the ticket promotion. Very cool. Let's see what it says about old Rocky Maivia. Debuted 1995. Oh, what a year to be alive, 1995. Oh, young Kyle, teenager, hard at work with his first job. And you know, Kyle's never been unemployed since 1994. Never been without a job. A lot of years working in a grocery store as a kid. Oh, the stories I could tell. Save it for my book one day. Weight 275 pounds, height 6'6", finishing move, the old rock bottom in the people's elbow. Titles: WWE Champion, World Tag Team Champion, and Intercontinental Champion, as depicted right here, of course. On the back, he is depicted without his little vest thing going on. I've always thought it was kind of cool, though. They gave him specific Rock knee pads and elbow pads. They didn't do that for just everybody. Ultimate Warrior got it quite a few times, and a few other guys. But if you ever see these in a loose pile, you know exactly who they go to, instead of the generic, just plain black or white ones we get a lot of times. So I want to point that out. Let's get the Rock out. It's tough not to call him the Rock when, of course, this is Rocky Maivia, technically. But he's just been the Rock for so long. That's pretty much what we just call him. We just call him the Rock. Or if you're good friends with him, you call him Dwayne. Or maybe even Dewey. Who knows? But I'm not on that speaking terms with him. We're not that good of friends, the Rock and I. All right, let's get him out. Off to the races. What a mess. See you later. Ooh, get out of here. See you later. Goodbye. There it goes. Plastic prison. The old Rock, there he is, looking good there. We're hanging on. We got a little piece of plastic going on. Bam! There it goes, Spider-Man style. Oh, man, I got a mess. What am I doing? We got the WrestleMania ticket. Got to take a look at that. Once again, we're going back to WrestleMania 7, Los Angeles, California. There's old Hacksaw Jim Duggan on there just living his best life in his Uncle Sam outfit. Good for old Hacksaw. Oh, Hacksaw, the stories I could tell you. There he is. Let's pull this out. Off to the races. Bam! See you later. We got the Intercontinental title once again. No stranger to the Class Superstars line. It is what it is. We've seen it a million times. And when I say a million times, I'm not kidding. A million times we've seen that one. Looks like we got a little strings going on here. We got some... Uh-oh. What do we got? It's like tape that kind of disintegrated. I think it held all this stuff down and has disintegrated over time, which is always fabulous. Always fabulous. Making a mess of my poor table here. This table's seen some things, as we all know. All right, let's get the Rock here. Let's take a look at it. I guess we should walk through the articulation here since we didn't do it with Sabu. You get the head side to side. You do get a waist side to side. Arms go all the way up, down, and all around. Bicep cut, single jointed elbow. Wrist side to side, back and forth. Knees single jointed. Legs go up, they go back. Just forward and back, no side to side. No boot cut here, but you do get ankles up and down. I did make mention of the specific knee and elbow pads. I always thought that looked really good here. You can pull this off, I think. Yeah, you can. You just got to twist it. Give it a little twist there. If it'll come off, we'll see. It is very tight. I guess I got to appreciate the tightness on that, but it does come off here. And you do see this loose from time to time, just to straight up Rocky. An interesting head here. I don't know. Would we know this is The Rock? Would you know this is Rocky Maivia? I think so, but maybe not. You might think it's Prince Iakea from WCW time. Who knows? But it definitely looks like The Rock enough to be dangerous, especially his Rocky Maivia time frame in his life. But a strong one, and it's always cool in the classic superstars to get guys of their heyday. But in 2005 or so, really cool to take a step back and get an early version of Rock, his start, and that did work well in the classic superstar set. Works well all these years later. And then this overlay is really nice. Once again, a one and done accessory here. Very, very nice. Those little streamers down there, kind of a felt type feel to it. Nice soft goods. Very, very cool as an accessory to get that with him. That really is what takes this one over the hump from an okay figure to really a great figure when you break it down. So The Rock, Rocky Maivia, Sabu. Who do you got in 1996? Who's winning this match in 96? Sabu all day long. He's going to just steamroll over young Rocky Maivia in my playing Fig Fed if I had one back in 96. That's the way it would go down. Sabu all day long. But very cool figures. Both of these are really good. And this Rock is way better than expected, so I always prefer that. Always love better than expected figures. You guys know that one. But you guys let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on Sabu and Rocky Maivia figures. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell. We got videos every single day. You guys know that. You can also follow along on Patreon for early content, bonus content, exclusive content, including the Classic Superstars series multiple months ahead, probably 3 months ahead over there on the Patreon. Just got to scroll through the Patreon feed and find all the videos that are posted in there on a daily basis, much earlier than traditional YouTube. Also follow along on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Rocky Maivias of the world and the Sabus of the world, I'm the Kyles of the world, and I'll see you guys all real soon.